欢迎光临 Welcome to Meatless Kitchen and Market, where we cook fresh and clean. Hello everyone, I'm your host, Sally Ray. And today we are going to make a very popular sauce. It's called pesto sauce. And also we are going to explore how we can use the pesto sauce we're about to make. So let's get started. Now, first of all, in order to make some cashew milk later, I'm going to show you how to make homemade cashew milk that you don't need to buy expensive store-bought cashew milk. Here's a half cup of raw cashews. Then I'm going to soak it in hot water, just because I'm in a hurry. If you're not in a hurry, you can also soak in cold water, probably for 4 hours or more, because the cashew nuts, if it's raw, it's actually quite tough. And if you don't have a very powerful blender, then it's going to be hard to make a very smooth sauce. So now we are going to put this aside. The hot water will let it soak while we'll get started to make our pesto sauce. Now, pesto sauce consists, of course, basil leaves, and I have those fresh from my garden that I cut this morning. You wouldn't believe that just a few plants I can harvest probably more than 4 cups. And some pine nuts. Oh, talking about pine nuts. That if you have raw pine nuts that you want to toast it to make it the most flavor, I have to get this started on my stove. So here we go. We have some toasted nuts that it's not completely done yet. So I'm going to flip them around until you can see the nuts a little bit golden brown, and it's ready. Then we will let it sit on the side, put on the side to let it cool. Okay, it's almost there. The heat is about medium high. If you want to watch your nuts, you don't really want to have blackened nuts. That will add a very bitter taste to your pesto sauce. So it's almost done. While you're toasting your nuts, you want to make sure you have a very heavy-duty pan. Because if it's a really thin pan, like a frying pan like this, it will really go really quickly and burn your nuts. So it's almost done. I'm going to let it go. Put it on the plate. Let it cool. There we go. Because I'm going to toast something else for later use. So put my pan back to, and I'm going to lay this on the side. It will be cool in a few minutes. This is a Panko. It's like a breadcrumb, a Japanese style breadcrumb. I'm going to toast it for later, the other dish. So same thing, you will be watching the process. And for Panko, you can probably turn up your fire. You heat up a little bit more. We're just going to let it toast until it also shows golden brown. Okay, while it's toasting, I'm going to get started to make our pesto sauce. Here's my food processor. If you don't have one, you can use a blender as well. If you don't have those, then you really have to go the Asian way, using mortar. That, I don't know how to do it, because I really haven't tried it yet. So let's put all as much as the basil leaves in the food processor. Okay, I'm going to stuff a little more because we are going to be making 4 dishes today using this wonderful, wonderful pesto sauce. It's enough. Okay, then the next, of course, we will have our pine nuts. Ooh, my Panko is really going well. And so I'm just going to have to pause a little bit. That's my basil leaf to bake. Okay, now Panko is golden brown. It's going to be very crunchy later. We'll add a nice texture to the dish we are going to make. Okay. Next one, of course, we need olive oil, but We are going to add it after a few rounds of processing. Then for later. Now my pine nuts are going to go in. All right. And for some people like a special taste of a nutty taste. This is a nutritional yeast. It's very good for you. It provides lots of vitamin B, but I don't really favor this if it's too strong. So I'm just going to put a sprinkle a little bit. If you don't have this in hand, that's fine too. Basil leaf itself to make this sauce unbelievable. Of course, we have to put some salt to it. You know, make sure to your own taste. You don't want to be too light. Pesto sauce is great with the pasta. And pasta does not have any flavors. You want to make sure it has some taste to it. Of course, freshly ground black pepper. Freshly ground spices are always the best. They bring out the aroma. Okay, one extra you would love to have. This is a vegan Parmesan cheese. Isn't that cool? Put it in there. Okay. Isn't that easy? You just put everything in it in a food processor. And you don't have to do much. Some people like to add a little bit of lemon juice. That I could do that too, but just sprinkle. I don't really like too much of that, but if you prefer to have the lemon juice a lot so that you like that, you know, a little bit zangy taste, that's fine too. You know what, we put a little bit of lemon juice to it because it can prevent our basil from browning. Basil is easily to become brown. So just a tiny bit. I think that will do. Okay. Be careful, I don't want any seeds to it. Just take it. All right, there we go. I think we're ready to go. Okay, let me find my lid. And we give it a whirl. Give it a process. Now everything goes together. Great. Just one leaf over there. I'm going to let it process again before I add my oil. So at this moment, we can add some oil to it. You can use the extra virgin olive oil. You can use regular oil, regular olive oil, or even canola oil if you don't like that strong taste of olive oil. Just toss it in. Beautiful. I want to add a little bit more of the oil to it. So, you know, you cannot have too much oil for this. Well, after all, olive oil is good for you, but you don't want it too much. Okay, let's see. Let's keep tossing. Looks fantastic. Let me see. If I could scrape it down with a spoon, looks just fantastic. I want to show you in a moment. This is beautiful green to it. Let's give it a final process. Done! Isn't that great? Wow! I wish you were here. If you can smell the aroma, you will not think I'm lying. It smells so good. Let me show you the color. It's bright green, this beautiful green. It's not baking. So that's our pesto sauce. That's it. It's all done. So let's get started to make some dishes. Of course, the first you think about is our pasta. That's very, very traditional. That you just have pasta sauce. Oh no, sorry. Pesto sauce with freshly cooked pasta. But today I'm going to add something else. Remember earlier we were making this cashew, soaking these cashews. So I said we're going to make a homemade cashew cream or actually milk that you don't have to buy. So let me dump this water. The ratio for cashew milk is 1 part of cashew nuts raw with 4 parts of water. So here's my blender. Dump these cashew nuts that I just soaked and add, remember I said I had a half cup of cashew nuts. So I'm going to use 2 cups of water to make, but you know what? I like it thicker. So maximum, I would say ratio is 1 cup, 1 part of cashew nuts, but 4 parts of water. But today, I like to make it a little thicker, like cream-like. Okay. So we have some water over there. I think I have like 1.5 cup total. So that's blended until it's very well. It's gonna be a little loud. We're just gonna let it do its job. Let it burn. Ta-da! It's done. Now look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now it's time to cook our first dish. I'm gonna bring my pot over in case I will spill something. So I have a really deep pot. And what's easy is this will serve like a vegan cream. So cream and pesto sauce mixed together is a fantastic pasta sauce. So don't think that we only have pesto pasta or marinara pasta or Alfredo. How about we put Alfredo and pesto together? It's my family's favorite. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to pour this cream to my pot and cook until it's thickened. It's probably going to take some time. So let's be patient. All right. So here is my cream. And then there'll be the pesto later. And here is the pasta I cooked earlier. But we will not do that until the cream is thickened. At the same time, I'm thinking about maybe we can make some specials. While the cream is cooking, I'm going to show you one of my favorite English afternoon sandwich using pesto. You wouldn't believe it. Okay, so we have some white bread. And all we have to do is smear some pesto on it. Thinly on both sides. Well, traditionally, for any finger sandwiches in the UK, you have to trim the sides. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to smear some of the beautiful pesto on our bread. And then easily, I have some thinly sliced tomatoes. Here we go. Then lay it on top. You don't want to use too much. After all, right? Okay, and pile it up like this tightly. Now trim it. It will be impolite if you don't trim your delicate sandwiches. Okay, And this, don't waste it. So later you can actually make what I call that crouton. Okay, now we are going to cut our sandwiches. Oh, I can hear let me take off my cream. Yeah! So I'm cooking it. Now it's all thickened. I'm going to put my pasta in. Because I cooked it earlier. And for this pasta dish, you do not want to use oil. Because when you coat oil on your pasta, it will not incorporate it very well with your cream. It's looking nicely. At this moment, I'm going to put some our pesto sauce. And I can turn off the heat. Wow, you won't believe the color. I'm going to show you now. Beautiful, beautiful green with some of the cream on the bottom. So it represents a very nice, like minty color. That really pistachio green. Lovely, lovely. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to present you Are you hungry yet, everybody? And top with some garnish with some chopped basil. And of course, we cannot forget that we need some Parmesan cheese, right? So here we go. Here's our second dish. And I'm going to, this is also vegan Parmesan that you can inquire at Whole Foods. All right. So here's our first dish. That's our creamy pesto pasta. Okay, I'm gonna lay it over here. Now, of course, I gotta keep doing this and finish my sandwich. So look like beautiful, beautiful cutting over here, red and green. So this is our afternoon finger sandwich. Perfect for your afternoon tea. Okay, let's now get on to our Mediterranean rice. You say, really? Pesto sauce goes with rice? Yes, it goes with rice very, very well. So I have some freshly cooked rice. It's preferred to have this long grain rice. So that will be the best for the shot. So now I'm going to, let me move the pot. Great. And I will be cooking some rice on the stove. It's already cooked, right? But now we are going to fry some tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, cut in half. Put it here with a little oil. Then I have it here. All right. So just slightly cook a little bit. You don't want to eat your tomatoes that's very raw. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't go with a hot dish. So if you cook it, that will give a little bit more flavor. Especially for tomatoes, it's best when it's cooked. To release all its compound and nutrition for the best way for our body. Okay, so it's cooked a little bit. Toast it for about 1 minute. That's all you have to do. Then goes in with our pesto sauce. A little bit goes a long way. Ooh. I just have got lots of stuff here. So I would like to move this from here. And some side dishes. Now, let's see. Nicely toasted tomatoes go with our pesto sauce. Now it comes to rice. And this is Mediterranean rice. Can you believe it? That's how easy it is. Let's see. I'm going to put this aside as well. Now, keep working on it. I can turn off the heat now. Mix well. Your tomatoes and your rice. Mix well with your sauce. Okay. All right. Now, ready to go. Now, how easy can this be? Right? Now, we have some. I'm going to just to present it to you, the Mediterranean rice. I'm going to top it with something that is quite unique and goes very well with the rice. This is the feta cheese. Of course, vegan rice, feta cheese. So I'm going to sprinkle some feta cheese on top. Here we go. Here's our third dish, utilizing our pesto sauce. Now comes our very final dish today. Is a friend of mine, my friend Suzanne and Teresa, give me this. You probably think it's pumpkin. But you know what? They told me it's a squash. I can't believe it is really a squash. So I would like to open it to see. I've never seen it before. So let's see if we can, I lost my knife right here. Let's see if we can find what it looks like inside. And we're going to use that because it's organically grown. Really? That's what it looks like. All right. I'm going to utilize this for a salad today. So very simple salad. I have some cut cherry tomatoes. And I'm going to use this peeler to make the long strips of my vegetables. And that's because it's a salad. So nothing is cooked. But believe it or not, our beautiful, beautiful pesto sauce, it can be a salad dressing as well. Isn't that cool? Okay. And later, we are going to top it with some crunchy Panko breadcrumb. Let's add another dimension to it. Look at the color. This is the regular zucchini. Okay, we have some yellow. And you know what? I'm going to avoid the center of the seeds over here, just to get the nice meat. Okay, and yellow, and how about some green zucchini? Look at the color. It's going to be really nice. Okay, I'm going to go this way. You see that? You see that? We can actually, without cutting, and it's very thinly sliced, perfect for salad. All right. Then here comes our very, very interesting. I think I'm going to go this way. What do you think? Yellow inside, light yellow inside. I've never seen it before. I'm always amazed with vegetables. Look, how many kinds of vegetables can you name it? Every single day. And every different color, different variety provides different vitamins and different nutrition for our body. Are we lucky? Are we just so blessed that the earth and the Mother Earth provides so much for us that we don't have to go anywhere else to acquire it because they just grow. And we're just so lucky to have them. Okay, here we go. You think that's done? Pretty much. Okay, that's topped with some of our pesto sauce. So you can make a feast when you make your pesto sauce. And all we have to do is, I'm going to get the tongs. Make it a little easier to do my job. Let's see. Almost done. If you like, I would strongly recommend, I'm a big fan of black pepper. Here's the time that you will sprinkle some more of your favorite pepper. Of course, at this time, I'm almost done. Here we go. All right, let me present to you our beautiful salad. Let's see. Let me just clean up a little bit. And you will have the salad here to go maybe next to your rice. And maybe to go with your pasta. How about that? And guess what? Remember I said we are going to top with some crunchy panko. This adds completely different dimension to your salad. And you do not need to roast nuts. Roast nuts is fantastic, I have to say, but they are filled with calories. If you want to watch out what you eat. Okay, so my friend, now we have 4 dishes for you today. I hope you enjoy it and hope you will try it. Remember, we still have beautiful aprons waiting for you to take home. So that's our show today. Thank you for coming.